Hello, I'm Robin and I'm a science presenter here at Scitech. To test our experiment and to see what's going to happen, today we are going to use some water, we're going to need a ruler, some little friends to help us, food colouring if you feel like it, some Play-Doh, some ice and a couple of bowls. I've also got a whiteboard marker, not a permanent one. So for our first experiment, we are going to be testing to see if sea ice changes the level of our ocean in our bowl as it gets warmer. So what we're going to need to do is take some water and carefully pour it into a bowl. You might need an adult to help you with this, you might not. Either way, it's probably a good idea to have some tea towels handy just in case. Okay, so this is going to be our standard ocean level. Now what we get to do is add the sea ice. So we've got a nice big jug. Let's see what happens when we add some of our blocks. Be careful when you do this at home, just in case you end up splashing all over your kitchen counter. Mark where the sea level and the sea ice is on the side of our jar. So now that we've got everything set up, we need to wait and see what happens. Okay, so our ice is all melted and we're going to see if our sea level has changed. If you crouch down and have a look at your experiment, you should be able to see, if it's anything like mine, the volume of water in our tub hasn't really changed at all. That seems a little bit strange, but it's got a fairly basic explanation once you think about it. And that's because sea ice is frozen ocean water. It forms, grows, and melts only in the ocean. In this process, the seawater is simply shifting between a solid and a liquid state. So the overall volume of water doesn't change. So we're going to try a different experiment and see if we can figure out what's really changing sea levels. For our second experiment, we're going to shift our focus a little bit. Instead of looking at sea ice melting, we're going to have a look at land ice melting. Now, examples of land ice are things like glaciers, which are huge sheets of ice that we find on every single continent except for Australia. Land ice also includes ice sheets, which cover Greenland and Antarctica. So we've taken a little bit of creative license with our glaciers in our experiment today. We're using plasticine as land. We're going to have a couple of different landforms in our ocean this time. We're going to add our seawater into our bowl, mark off where it is, and then add our ice, wait for it to melt and see what happens. If you don't have plasticine at home, you can use a bowl or a cup or something else to use as your land instead. Now, just like before, this ice might take a little while to melt, so you can always go away, try a different experiment and come back and see what's happened while you've been gone. So our ice is all melted. Having a look at our experiment, we need to be very careful that we're measuring properly. Make sure that we've seen any differences that there might be in our water level. To do that, you want to pop down till you're nice and close to where your experiment is. And then, wow, it has made just a small difference in our water level. So with our first experiment, we tested to see if sea ice was going to affect our rising sea levels. We found that it didn't really. We do know that land ice affects our rising sea levels. Then why is melting Arctic sea ice so bad? Turns out that Arctic sea ice plays an important role in moderating global warming. Its bright surface reflects sunlight back into space to prevent the ocean from absorbing extra solar energy, which could raise the temperatures even further. And we know that we need our temperatures to stay a little bit cooler to keep our land ice as ice instead of melting it back into liquid. It also plays a role in the movement of ocean currents. And of course, sea ice is an important habitat for animals like the polar bear. But there might be other things that are affecting sea levels as well that we haven't talked about, something called thermal expansion. So we hope you enjoyed this experiment. You can try it at home or even at school and see what you discover. We'll see you next time.